Welcome back to another episode. I'm Gaston Rossato. This is season 7, episode 8.
And I'm Rossato, and this week we're reviewing the OG Bronco.
That's right, and in this episode we're gonna learn how much it costs to build this 600 horsepower beast. What is it worth today? It's actually available for sale, all links down below. But before we do that, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Renzo, you and I, let's go for the drive.
Let's go. It's probably one of the only cars I have to jump to get in.
Step on it sounds like it's gonna eat somebody.
All right, on the A-pillar we have all our oil gauges, water gauge, and a clock. We got pressure, we got temperature. The specific instructions Renzo on this truck, since it's so high performance and it has all these modifications, there's a warm-up procedure that we've already completed, so we can drive the truck with peace of mind.
Yep. This is a high performance engine, so that procedure is very important that it's followed.
Absolutely, and I love sitting up here, so high. I love traffic. It's a mean truck. It looks mean. It sounds mean.
Oh man,
it feels mean.
It's a scary truck. You're not gonna get into any road rage with somebody driving this thing. This is a 1995 Bronco XLT 4x4 that's been slightly modified.
Slightly.
Rise up when you step on the gas.
You can hear that cam.
Oh yeah, you can.
I love it. I love these seat belts. I love these buckets. They feel comfortable.
They're very comfortable.
We got the roll cage. We got a little gun safe in the back. We'll display that a little later. But in the meantime, I think we should enjoy this drive.
Yeah.
Just get a feel for what the truck really is. This is a real first impression, guys. I have not driven this truck before. We are representing this truck for a client. Again, it is available for sale. It's on a consignment basis.
Right.
That's part of one of our services to help people get true value and maximum premium for their cars.
And exposure, correct exposure, because this is a truck that's not going to be for you know, I'm on to go shopping with. It has to be targeted to the right.
You got to target the right people. Absolutely.
This thing makes your daily look small.
Alright, so we have some digital displays here with some real live data giving us our, you know, there's a lot of redundant information between the two units plus our analog gauges, but it's a good cross-check system to keep your eyes on everything here. So coolant temperature is at 173 right now.
Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on all these things. I love that it has a nice AC. Stick around because we're gonna go through all the additions, all the modifications.
Anything custom and modification costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, you know, given the fact of what this really costs and what it's currently going for, there's a lot of value there. I came for blood to take it down. All right, we're back from that incredible drive. You know, I love cars like this because there's only one reason to do it. There's no other justification behind spending so much money and building such a monster, and that's love and passion.
That's true.
That's the only way you could do something like this. Look at this stack of receipts. They total up a very hefty number.
Yeah.
Truly, I think the build, they went pretty deep as far as trying to get the best components on there to make it something worthwhile.
Yeah.
We want to go just, you know, segment by segment as far as engine, transmission, differentials, suspension, some accessories, and let's go into detail.
So we want to start off with the exterior of the truck. And you'll notice right away, updated headlights, brake lights. We do have the ranch hand bumper guards, huge build on the
front and rear.
The front and rear. big metal bumpers, get into a car accident, I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen to this truck. You have the truck finish in black, and you're gonna notice the side flares, and then the bottom that has this rhino liner finish, even the tailgate in the back with the rhino liner finish, all the way through the roof.
And I like that because what it allows you to do is put the truck to work for its true purpose.
That's true.
And that's all protective material.
So the truck has a lot of goodies in it, and we try to study this, but it's almost impossible.
No, thankfully we have a full list, item per item of the entire truck. We're gonna just kind of bullet point some of the more important ones, but if you ever want more detail, please reach out. We'll be happy to get that for you. Starting off with the heart of the beast, right? That's all we want to know. How is this thing producing 600 horsepower and with what? Well, it's got a 351 Windsor stroker and it's bored out to a 409. I mean, you feel the cams, right?
Oh yeah.
And it has comp cams, custom roller camshaft, comp cams, roller lift conversion, you know, JE forged pistons, H-beam rods.
You do see those Ford Racing high clearance valve covers on there. That's why you have that Ford Racing on there.
Correct. Edelbrock Victor Jr. intake manifold. And how do you cool all this down? Well, it's got a Ron Davis Racing aluminum radiator, a Ron Davis Racing aluminum fan strut with 16-inch fans.
It's properly built out.
We've had this thing on idle. We were driving in traffic, even here, stopped outside for over 20 minutes. Temperature is perfect.
Yeah, and we're in the middle of summer here down in the middle of summer. So that's a big point.
If you want to talk a little bit, Renzo, on the transmission.
Let's talk about the transmission. Transmission adapter SBF to Chevy 4L80E, okay, with a overdrive stage 2. We have TCI competition torque converter, 2800 stall. And then we're gonna go on to the Sidewinder lockout gated transmission shifter, which I actually love the feeling of that shifter.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice. All right, so let's continue on to the transfer case. A 3-to-1 low gear, a heavy duty 32 spline front and rear output shafts, dual cable shifter, front and rear 32 spline 1350 CV flangers.
Yeah. Now, what's always a big deal in these off-road trucks is, you know, what kind of axles are you running? So we have a Dana 60 in the rear, Dana 40 up front, super heavy duty. The truck does have power steering. In the suspension, you're gonna notice that it has the Fox back and front 2.0 racing suspension with reservoirs.
And then this is a big, heavy truck. It does have upgraded brakes, of course, with the Hydro Boost power brake conversion.
And it has the extended stainless steel rear brake hoses, front and back. That's stainless steel rear caliper hoses and ABS delete.
Yeah. So the tires are 37-inch tires that are wrapped around fuel wheels, Maverick, finished in black. They're 17-inch wheels.
Right, so obviously we're just kind of looking over the top here. There's so much to talk about, you know, exhaust and headers, fine details on the suspension, the drive shafts, the bucket seats, the interior, the audio system. The link down below is going to describe all this stuff, right? Because they didn't just stick a 600 horsepower engine in here and let it be.
Yeah.
Because that's good for nothing. So everything else is corresponding for the truck to be truly capable. I think that's what the end goal was here. It looks mean, it looks tough. I love it.
I love the truck. I love the gun safe in the back.
That's
that feature is super cool.
And you can sleep on it. You can throw a mat and just sleep on it. So it's double purpose. I love it. So here's a big question. What is it worth, right? Well, we have the proof right here.
Yeah.
We have to factor in a couple things that come up with that final number besides adding all these receipts. So a donor truck, what does a good donor truck cost today? Well, you're looking at about $30,000 just to find a nice 95 Bronco right now.
Yeah.
This one has 65,000 miles on it. It's not really that relative, given that it has another engine, another transmission, differentials, all the mechanicals have been replaced, but it is a 65,000 mile truck. So a comparable truck has about $30,000 in today's market.
Yeah, so we added up, briefly, we kind of quickly added up what we have here, just some receipts.
The more recent receipts add up to $60,000. Plus the 30, plus miscellaneous things that we have not added up. we're gonna just round here because basically,
Yeah.
you know, these numbers can fluctuate. So today, it's gonna cost you more than ever to build this truck versus, you know, doing it 10 years ago, right?
Of course.
So you're looking at a $100,000 build. You're gonna have to click the link down below to see what we're asking, but I think there's good value here.
100%. I don't think you can create this today for the value that we're
Offering the truck for, so go take a look at that.
All right, guys, this concludes the $100,000 600 horsepower Bronco build out.
What a badass truck. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Guys, follow us, subscribe. All our social media links down below in the description box. We'll see you next week. I'm Gaston Rossato.
I'm Prince Rossato. Make sure to check the website so you can see the listing on this truck. See you next week. Peace out.